Hello, welcome to another episode of Necessities of Life. So, what are we doing today and what are we going to show you? We're going to show you a little bit of tarmac patch repairing. I've already started anyway, but I thought I'd just show you the basic principles of this. So, I'm now just working along this area here. The pathway was quite sort of broken up. This is before I can do my turfing to get the level right. It's easier to do this once you've got this free without having to go on any newly laid turf. But however, this is more for a little bit of patch repair. Just make sure my microphone's working, which it is. Right, lovely. So, what are we using? We are using a cold repair. Let's get the actual name. Yeah, so basically this is a cold repair asphalt. So basically it comes in a bag. And it's very, very, very simple to use. The first thing you need to do is make sure you've got rid of all of your broken edgy bits because they're just going to break up again. So make sure your area is nice and clean, got rid of any dust and debris. And it's very simple. On this one, however, I've got a bit of a line to work with, so I'll just use the digger and things that I've got on site just to give me a little bit of a border to work with. As you can see, I'm just using a bit of gravel board in there just to give me my edge. So this is the stuff down here. I've already started using it. Sometimes if it's a little bit awkward to use, it's an idea to have a trusty little trusty blowtorch on hand just to heat it a little bit, soften it maybe, makes it a little bit easier to work with. So I've got that just in case I needed it. You could probably get away with using like a weed burn, probably may do it just to help you if you're doing a small area. I'm doing quite a large area here. So how does the stuff work? Let's take you a little bit closer and you can have a look. Right, okay, as you can see, I've already started working it in. I'm going to show you how to get it into place. So you're going to want to wear gloves to this because this stuff is really, really, really sticky. And make sure it's a pair of gloves that you're quite happy to throw away afterwards because it's really horrible, sticky stuff, this is. So all you're going to do is just work it into your areas where you've got, crumble it up a little bit to make it a bit easier. Again, if it's too hard and it's quite a cold day, you're better off doing this on a warm day where it's easier to work with. But again, you can use a blowtorch just to soften it. Just break it up a little bit with your hands, work it along to where you want it to. You're going to make sure that I'm doing this one layer at a time just to make it a little bit easier so I can pack it in quite neatly all the way. As we've got a bit of a dip, the actual tarmac's okay here, but it's got a bit of a dip there, so I'm just going to fill that as well, just to make sure it's nice and level all the way along. So, get rid of all your bits of debris in it. Right, okay, so, right, once you get it to a certain point and it's in, all you got to do then is to grab a mallet. I'm going to take my gloves off so I don't get my own mallet dirty. Again, this is really horrible sticky stuff. Right, okay, so let's get my mallet, which I've got here. And all you do is basically just work along it and just get it all packed in nice and tight. It's always worth hiring a whacker plate, which is this little thing here behind me, just here. So basically that will really, once I get it to a good level, I'll go over it with that. And there we go. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get another bag, I'm going to work it in, I'm going to leave it slightly proud, and I'm going to run across it with my whacker plate here. That'll make it nice and smooth. Okay, so I've just got another bag in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my whacker plate on and see how far that goes in, and then I can probably put one more bag on top. So here we go. Right, there we go. I've got that whacker down. There's a couple of spots that just need a little bit of patching up, and then I'll run it over again, and then that bit's there, it's done. So I will show you the end result in a minute. Right, okay, that is now my job. I've got a lovely nice straight edge on it. It's nicely tacked in. Just got to allow that to cure, and in a minute I'm going to well, that's it. That's that little job complete. So how you use a cold lay tarmac. Again, it is cold lay. You can use a little bit of heat. Again, if it's too solid, you can use a little bit of heat just to try and help break it up, because if it's too cold, it's very, very difficult. It's hard enough to work with anyway, but it's really hard if it's too cold. Basically, anything above 5 degrees you should be okay, but again, heat gun just in case. So that is how you do cold laying of tarmac. Really handy stuff, and if you've got a little bit of hole in your driveway, this stuff's the perfect stuff for it. So this is another episode of Necessities of Life on how to apply cold lay tarmac. Don't forget to like, share and follow me for more helpful hints, tips and how-tos and anything else that I feel like coming up with. Thank you very much. Bye bye.